There is a secret hot spring so special that all who have found it refuse to reveal its location. Rumor has it there is a waterfall of hot water so large one could stand under it. A hot pool so big and deep one could swim laps in it. But these tales also tell of hellish journeys, described as infested with bears, people losing their way, an ungodly amount of bushwhacking, the hardest thing they've ever done. So remote, returning to civilization would be near impossible should something go wrong. But the lure of this hot spring oasis was so strong, we threw caution to the wind and set out to try find it. With enough food for 6 days, my wife and I headed out on our adventure. Getting as close as possible to the hot springs by vehicle was key to getting there and back in 6 days. But the mud pits would be our first obstacle. Getting stuck in one of these would be a major setback.
It seems like our adventure is already started.
Though Yuka seemed oddly happy about the situation, the stress of getting the van unstuck weighed heavy.
Nice job!
Barely getting out of that mess, my lack of confidence at the next mud pit had me looking for alternatives. Yeah, this is it.
Yeah.
We can't go any further. That was already pretty adventurous.
Is that so?
I feel like now is going to be easier. We'll see.
Maybe.
Because now you just walk, right? Like you can't get stuck. The plan was to travel far enough to find a large creek. We could then follow the creek upstream to hopefully cross paths with the hot springs. So we've gotten started on a trip, and so far the trail isn't too bad, but at some point I know it's going to get really bad. But I'm glad we got our bikes, and things are moving quickly at the moment. You fall over, honey pie?
Yeah, my back was heavy.
Yeah, it hooked onto the branch. And you're just giving me crap for going around it.
Oh, yokoyatta. I was like a turtle. Right down, yeah.
So we just made our first corner, and the trail's gotten a bit worse. Well, I gotta say, we're now getting into the more difficult section of our hike, but keep on trucking. We thought it was going to be worse than this, so. Okay, well, the bush has gotten so bad that we're just not interested in pushing the bikes anymore. So we're going to ditch them in the bush and pick them up on the way back. Kind of waiting for the horrible bushwhacking to come, but it's not really happened yet. Like there's been some bushy sections and things like that, but so far it's been pretty good. But I think once we get to the creek, things might change a bit. But from what I understand, there's going to be no trail there, and it's just a matter of walking up the creek. So we'll see how that goes. Just got steeper. I think we made it to the creek. Sounds like quite a bit of water, actually. Cool, we made it to the creek.
Yeah, can we cross the river?
I guess, I don't know. I don't know what's the best way to go here. Not quite ready to get our feet wet, we found a fallen tree. Well, we've had enough walking for the day, so we've decided to set up camp. And yeah, that's a good thing because I'm kind of hungry. Dinner tonight, tikka masala.
And M&M.
And M&M's. If you can hear that, it's rain. It's not too bad right now, but it actually rained quite a bit last night. That's part of camping, but it also means that bushwhacking is not any fun because obviously all the trees are wet, all the bushes are wet because it's rained on them. And if you try to walk through that, you're gonna get soaked. Very nice. With breakfast complete, we headed upstream. Any sentiment of a trail was now gone. It would be us, the bush, the creek, and the bears. And with the rain coming down, conditions had worsened. They're really slippery, these rocks. Gonna walk in the river? Accepting that we were going to get wet was the only solution. Crossing the creek in our boots would be the most efficient way to travel. In fact, by wearing my swim trunks, I was able to keep a dry set of clothing in my pack.
How was it?
The water's actually not that cold.
No, it's just slippery.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, our boots are soaking wet, so we can just cross the river anytime.
Yeah, we're free now.
Yes.
But these creek crossings were a risky proposition. Soaking our clothes and sleeping bags after a dip would be a quick way to end the trip. So we kept to the bush, only crossing the creek when necessary. As we made our way upstream, we entered a construction zone. I think we found a beaver dam that broke. It's crazy. I think a beaver cut this down.
Oh, wow. Wow,
They
really?
can cut down a big tree, huh?
Yeah,
Isn't that crazy?
that's cool.
It seems that the beavers are quite active here. Quite effective, aren't they?
Yeah.
I don't know, if I wanted to build something like that, it would take a long time. Caution would be prudent. The area is filled with widowmakers, trees that could fall at any time. Choosing the correct path through the bush is difficult. The sound of the creek and what we could see in front of us would be our only guide. We would take the path of least resistance, only to be faced with thick vegetation a few minutes later. Well, we've been at it for 3 hours now. It's tough going for sure. I take back what I said yesterday. Yeah, today is quite difficult. Someone's been here before us.
Oh, yeah.
probably this way, but so far it's been a bit of a shit show. Oh my god, I think I see steam coming from the river. There might be warm water there, hot water. I don't know if you can see it on camera. Oh, I think we found it. Wow. You want to go walk over there? It's steaming. Isn't that crazy? We're getting close, honey pie.
Yes, getting close.
It's getting so close. All right, let's see how warm that is. It looks pretty warm already. Warm? Oh, I can feel it in my feet. And just as we get to hot springs, the sun is coming out.
33.
33?
32.5.
Oh my god. It's warmer than we thought.
Yeah, good.
This is so cool. It feels unbelievably satisfying after all that bushwhacking. Wow, this is pretty unreal. So that was a pretty cool introduction that I was not expecting. And I think we just arrived at the big pool. Oh my god. Wow. Wanna go for a swim?
Oh yeah, it's so deep. Oh yeah.
So deep that diving to the bottom was actually difficult. But if you made it deep enough, you could see the hot water bubbling up from the bottom. In fact, watching the bubbles float up was a nice little bonus. And swimming around the pool? Bliss. But it was important to tread carefully. The bottom of the pool is silt, and walking through it sent up clouds of the stuff. Following the flow of water led us to the Hanging Gardens, as well as the waterfall. Standing under the waterfall is a visceral experience. The force at which the water hits you reinforces just how much water is coming out of the main pool. While most hot springs are nothing more than a trickle, this one is a torrent. And the cliff the water flows over is actually a result of the spring itself. The minerals in the water slowly build up rock formations called tufa. And if you're going to stand under a hot waterfall, you might as well make it look like a shampoo commercial. Now that we've experienced these hot springs, I fully understand why the previous visitors have refused to reveal its location. It's a delicate microhabitat filled with life supported by its geothermal water. It's a place that is almost completely untouched. The only sign of humans ever being here were a small fire pit and a long-forgotten data logger I found poking out of the silt. There are no signs here, no rules, nothing indicating the significance of this site. Which is why, like all those that have come before me, I've been careful not to reveal its location in this video. But Canadians should feel proud in the fact that we have these special places in our backyards. It's an amazing country we live in. And should you uncover the location of these springs and can handle the journey, more power to you. Just tread lightly. This place is one in a million.